Maida Vale is, in my opinion, one of the prettiest stations on the entire Underground. It's a Bakerloo line station, it's in Zone 2, and it's just a short distance from Little Venice. The Bakerloo line opened in 1906, but at the time it only went as far as Baker Street. In 1913 it opened to Edgware Road, and in 1915 to Queen's Park, and, using already existing railway lines, went on to Watford. Maida Vale was on the 1915 stretch. What this meant, of course, was that it opened in wartime. Around 100,000 women came into the transport workforce to replace men sent off to fight, and it's no exaggeration to say that without them London would surely have ground to a halt. Maida Vale has a unique position in Underground history, being the first station to be staffed entirely by women. Hence the somewhat patronising title of this video. Sorry about that. The Railway Gazette observed of the arrival of women that at least it was preferable to employing hobbledehoys. I mean, of course, who wants hobbledehoys? Not me, that's for sure. Interestingly, and unusually for the time, women working on the Underground received equal pay to the men, which was rare in industry. That being said, they weren't allowed to take over driving or guard duties on the trains themselves. And of course, once hostilities were over and the men returned, the women got their well done thou good and faithful servant treatment and were dismissed. This is no small footnote in history, and Maida Vale became a focus of the 100 Years of Women in Transport campaign. As for Maida Vale itself, the station was designed by Stanley Heaps. Heaps was the assistant to the more famous Underground architect Leslie Green, and in fact took over his job after his death. He tends to be unfairly overlooked in my opinion, and gets overshadowed by his successor Charles Holden. But his work is certainly worthy of attention. Maida Vale is a fine case in point. While it has some similarities with the Leslie Green stations, most notably the oxblood tiles and semicircular windows, it incorporates a few Art Nouveau flourishes that really make it stand out. Probably the most obvious are these mosaic roundels that greet you as soon as you come in. The station benefited from a new invention. In 1911, the first escalators on the tube were installed at Earl's Court. Not only were they a more efficient means of getting commuters down to the platform than lifts, but they didn't need the same cumbersome machinery. So at street level, Maida Vale is a compact single-storey building. It has a pleasantly suburban feel, friendly rather than dominating. It's not just me that likes it. The station has been a popular filming location over the years, showing up in the films Downfall, Runners and Paddington. It's Grade 2 listed, and it won the National Railway Heritage Award for its sympathetic restoration. This is a really nice station. If you're in the area, check it out. Hi all, hope you enjoyed this female-staffed episode of Tales from the Tube. Clicking like is not a feminist statement in itself, but it could be, as could sharing, commenting and subscribing. And I'll see you soon for another Tale from the Tube.